Hey everyone, welcome back. Currently I'm in my garage. I'm doing the brake fluid change on my XT250. It is a 2017 model. Just changing out the brake fluid. It's been a while since I've done it, so I just want to make sure I kind of show. In a sense, it's a tedious process just because, as I'll show you right now, there's a couple things you have to take off. But for the XT250, it does take .4, so I'm just getting some basic AutoZone brake fluid. Make sure that's getting bled out. But one of the things you have to do, it's a little difficult. If you can see here, here's the rear kind of reservoir for the brake fluid. It's hard to get in here with screws, and same thing if you're going to be pouring stuff in there. So I'm just going ahead taking off the rear peg for passenger. It's pretty simple, but again, don't lose your screws, right? So I'm taking this off. And there's a couple other things you have to either take off or loosen, just so it's easier process. So taking this off, you can save it for later. So make sure I don't lose anything. Here's another one down here. This is a simple plastic protector. And it kind of protects, it's fairly cheap, but it does have Yamaha, and it's supposed to protect from debris and make sure you don't kind of crash or crush your kind of valves or things of that sort. To just loosen it, there's a screw there, place the back so it doesn't mess up, and here's this little cover, protect it from debris and water and oil. Next, using your XT250 toolkit, take out a simple screwdriver, and I loosened the first one, but here's the second one. It's still a little bit hard there on the side. So loosen that up, and then we're going to take this off, and I'll show you what I use. Okay everyone, so again, going back to your XT250 toolkit, you're going to get your small wrench. This is going to be the 8mm, and you do have the 10. The 8's what's going to fit here in the valve to release the brake fluid. You're going to have that handy. Next, you're going to want to get some small type simple hose. This was to siphon gas, a small bottle, small incision, and this was from earlier. I did the front brakes, now I'm doing the rear. So kind of place it there, get it close, make sure the hose kind of fits on there snugly. There we go. Next, I'm going to remove the cover, make sure I don't lose the screws. I do have a shop towel down here. Place that down there. Make sure I don't lose those screws. And then I will get some brake fluid. And again, you can get a funnel or just try to be as careful as you can. But in a sense, you're going to top off. Make sure you don't get air bubbles in there. So the brake fluid is clear when it's brand new, and everything else is dirty. So you're gonna pump the rear brake, and you're gonna open the valve here. As you can see, all dirty oil coming out, and then release it. Make sure you don't get air bubbles in there. And if you need to, just readjust the hose there. And then we're just going to continue this until everything is clear. So we'll come back to that. Okay, so I think I'm pretty much done here. Just gonna top off one more time. Just cycle it one more time. Let's see. So pretty much you want your brake fluid coming out clear, just like the new one. So we look here, see how it comes out. So for the most part, it's pretty clear. So we're good to go. Just make sure no air bubbles get in. Close that off. I'm gonna top off here. Not too much because then it'll leak when I shut it. Put some there. Okay, now we can close it up. Probably still get some leakage. Yep, put a little too much. And I'll make sure I'll clean all that up, right? You don't want any oil messing up any parts of your motorcycle. And again, Phillips screwdriver. Make sure you tighten everything up. Don't strip any of the screws. But as you can see, if you don't take off the rear passenger peg, this gets a lot harder. So we'll start off by hand. So you might have to kind of do a couple more steps, but in the end you are working smarter, not harder, and that's always the goal. Okay, just make sure I don't over tighten. There's that. There's that. And then I want to make sure, again, there's the brake fluid. Again, this is from the front and the rear. I'm just going to clean everything up and close everything. So take a simple rag, the shop towels, clean that up, any oil that may have spilled. And then close that up. Make sure debris or mud or anything is not getting there, and that's it. Pretty simple. Again, you just want to make sure your fluids are good to go, but now everything's clear. Make sure everything's topped off. I'm just going to finish cleaning it, and then I'll show you guys in a bit. Alright, so everything's tightened up. Just going to get a wet rag and kind of soak up, go over the spots where some of the brake fluid may have leaked. Just make sure it doesn't damage any of the bike. And again, this is my XT250, so no fancy paint jobs, nothing fancy, but I've had it for a while and just want to make sure it doesn't go bad on me. There we go. And I'm not going to apply Loctite to the rear passenger peg. I didn't see any, or didn't really feel like it had any. So that's kind of your discretion. If you feel that you should be adding some Loctite, that's on you. Again, I'm just going to make it a little bit easier on myself for next time. And I'll hold off for now. So make sure you apply it correctly. All right, that would open outwards. That. There's the next one. Okay, next I have these lower ones down here. It's a little loose. There's everything. Everything secured. Everything works. And I'm good to go. So again, I'll dispose of this appropriately, and there's the final result. Super simple, don't need a special tool. If you got your toolkit stolen or lost it or don't have the proper equipment, they do sell it online. But again, everything you need to kind of work on your bike should be there. If you don't feel comfortable doing it, just take it to the bike shop and they'll take care of you. Again, super simple, just buy the equipment yourself, buy the supplies, and save yourself some money. Have a good one, everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe.